This is part 5 of a do-it-yourself Alston Les Paul clone guitar kit. In the last chapter, I glued a quilted maple veneer to the headstock, clamped it, and let it dry overnight. Now, after taping the last segment, I adjusted the clamps and enlisted the help of the woodworker's vise. I trimmed off all the excess veneer the next day. Now watch out for excess glue here. Be sure to file and sand it all off or it will interfere with the paint process later. Next, I sanded the veneer with 220 grit sandpaper, got it ready to whisker the grain. Now this is found on page 80 and 81 of our book, Guitar Finishing Step by Step. They call it grain raising. I wet the wood on the guitar body and the neck, allowed it to dry. This raises the grain ends, which can be sanded off with 220 grit paper. I did this 3 times, and the body and the neck were really smooth. Then it was time for cleaning the new wood. Get yourself 3 clean rags. The first one is for wiping the wood with naphtha. This removes any waxes. After that dries, use the second rag with mineral spirits or good old-fashioned paint thinner to remove silicone. Allow that to dry, then use the third with a little ammonia and warm water to remove any mineral spirits or silicone that's left over. This is all on page 78 of our book. Now I know this seems crazy excessive, but I want to avoid at all costs the dreaded fisheye when we shoot the lacquer. After this is dry, we can move on to grain enhancement. Now, grain enhancement is a smart move if you're going to paint the guitar in a translucent lacquer finish. This is also found on page 81 of the book. I'm using a color tone liquid stain, a medium brown, model number 5033. I've got this from Stuart McDonald. I've diluted a few squirts with 100 milliliters of denatured alcohol in a mason jar. You can also use water if you'd rather. Wipe it on lightly with a clean rag and let it dry. Once dry, you can sand with the grain using 220 grit paper. Now some of the brown color will stay in the wood and enhance the pattern of the grain. On the headstock, you can see it really brings out the quilted maple. Now, this step revealed a serious problem in the Alston arch top. Some areas would not accept the stain, indicating glue contamination at the time that the guitar body was assembled. Now, I emailed a help call to the guys at StuMac, and I will attempt to solve this in the next chapter. So, thanks for watching. Please leave positive feedback and stay tuned for more very, very soon.